What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So legendary, former 4-division world champion, former unified multi-division world champion, iconic superstar boxer, Roy Jones Jr. has a message ahead of his highly anticipated showdown with legendary, former undisputed heavyweight world champion, Iron Mike Tyson, formerly known as the baddest man on the planet, right? Roy Jones was asked how he think the fight will play out between himself and Mike Tyson September 12th in California. And Roy Jones said that he think it's going to be exciting. He understands that it's an exhibition, but it's still going to be very, very competitive. He says Iron Mike Tyson is not coming in there thinking exhibition. He said, yes, we're going to have on headgear. Yes, we're going to have on bigger gloves than we normally used to. He said, but Iron Mike Tyson is definitely coming in there looking to take my head off. He said, it's a competition. He said, so I'm going to be in the best shape of my life. I started training camp already, and best believe I'll be in the best shape of my life when that fight rolls around September 12th. And then Roy Jones added in, he knows that Mike Tyson can get a little beside himself. Mike Tyson could, get frustrated and use, some unwanted tactics in the ring, right? He says that, we saw him obviously get frustrated with Evander Holyfield and bite Evander Holyfield's ear off. He said that, we seen him get frustrated in other fights, and you just never know what you're going to get from Mike Tyson. He said, but that's part of the selling point for the sport of boxing. He said that's part of the reason why, the fight is so big, because you never know what you're going to get from Mike Tyson. You know you're going to get something from him. You just don't know exactly what you're going to get. He said, but I'm letting him know now, I'm not Evander Holyfield. And if he do use illegal tactics against me, or he does something, dirty against me, right? He bends the rules. He said he best believe and understand that I'm going to do it right back. Right? I have no problem with doing it. And what he means by that, see, Evander Holyfield, Evander Holyfield approach, Evander Holyfield, demeanor is different. He has a more subtle, more laid back, I just settle mines in the ring approach, right? I'm not going to bend the rules, even if you bend the rules. So Roy Jones is saying, if Mike Tyson bend the rules, we're going to get fireworks. He said, either which way, we understand when you're dealing with Mike Tyson, you're going to get fireworks, right? He said, but you're going to get, I'm a showman, and I'm an entertainer myself in the ring. That's why a lot of people love me. Not just because I had the physical attributes that I have, but I'm an entertainer in the ring as well, right? So he said that you just don't know what you're going to get from Mike Tyson, but best believe, if he could dish it out, he better be willing to receive it, because I'm going to be willing to dish it right back out, just like he does. This is interesting to say the least. I think that, like Roy Jones said, Mike Tyson is going to come in there. Mike Tyson is not looking, at this as an exhibition. If you saw Mike Tyson's interview with Max Kellerman, and Max Kellerman continued to ask Mike Tyson, is this going to be WWE? Is this going to be just entertainment? Is this just going to be, it's going to be scheduled? Is it going to be, or is it going to be competitive? Are we going to see Mike Tyson, right? The competitive count system, Mike Tyson, right? And Mike Tyson said, absolutely. He said, Max, I'm going to give it to him straight. You're going to get the Mike Tyson. That's it. So Mike Tyson is focused on being Mike Tyson, right? He's not looking to go in there with no scripted game plan and, no WWE style. He said, yeah, we have on headgear. Yeah, we're going to have on big gloves, but it's going to be a competitive, competition, right? And Roy Jones is never one to back down from competition. So I believe, the first round you might get a fill out, but after that, I believe that it's going to a boxing match is going to break out, right? You best believe and understand that Mike Tyson knows and aware that Roy Jones has been knocked out in his career a lot of times, and he suffered 2 back-to-back dramatic knockouts to Antonio Tarver and then to Glenn Johnson, right? were horrible. Everybody was calling for him to retire after that. So best believe somebody as ferocious and as, devastating as Mike Tyson is, and you see in his training videos, he ain't holding back in his training videos. He's not jab, doing light pad work. No, Mike Tyson is trying to get back to Iron Mike Tyson. He's trying to get back to the baddest man on the planet. So best believe he's looking to put on a show. He's looking to show the people that he's still Mike Tyson, even at the age of 54 years old. Now, we know Roy Jones is 51 years old. That's never been Roy Jones' forte. Roy Jones' forte is his athletic ability. He could be a showman in the ring. He could be an entertainer because he was above and beyond probably the greatest athlete we ever see grace the sport of boxing, the square circle, right? So he was able to get away with a lot of things that we wasn't used to seeing. So putting his hand behind his back all the time and getting knockouts that way, and throwing uppercuts from 3 feet away and things of that nature. Roy Jones could get away with that because of his athletic ability. But the thing is, Roy Jones' reflexes faded. And when his reflexes and his athletic ability faded, so did Roy Jones that we knew, right? The Roy Jones we knew was no longer. As soon as overnight, his athletic ability, his reflexes faded, and he couldn't get out of the way of those big punches. Even in the rematches with Antonio Tarver, the third fight, he was getting hurt in the third fight against Antonio Tarver because he just couldn't get out the way of Tarver's left hand. He just couldn't see it. It was just clipping him, by inches, right? And so you best believe Mike Tyson being a heavyweight his entire career, Roy Jones going up to heavyweight and accomplishing a great feat, but Roy Jones is not a heavyweight. Mike Tyson is used to being a heavyweight. He's used to being in there with guys, everybody's bigger than him. And the fact that Roy Jones is not going to be able to keep Mike Tyson at bay because his speed is no longer there. His reflexes, that quickness is not there. So Mike Tyson head movement, Mike Tyson's stature, his uppercut, his combination is still there. Now, how long can he keep that up? Only one knows, right? But Roy Jones doesn't have the speed, the athletic ability, nor the power to keep Mike Tyson honest. And so I'm expecting Roy Jones to more than likely get stopped in this fight, unfortunately, because Roy Jones is one of my favorite fighters of all time, if not my favorite fighter. Between Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather and Pernell Whitaker, my favorite fighters of all time. And it depends who I'm watching at the moment. It fluctuates who is my favorite. So with that said, I just see Roy Jones getting stopped in this fight. But Roy Jones said he'll resort to using the same type of tactics Mike Tyson using. Difference is Roy Jones is not big enough. Roy Jones is not physical enough to be able to duplicate what Mike Tyson is going to do. And I think Roy Jones may end up getting stopped in an exhibition bout. So let's see how this all plays out. But Roy Jones let it be known this is going to be serious, and he better keep it clean, or it could get ugly. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blood Sports TV. All one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.